and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different kind of video. I've never done one of these before. We're going to do a sew with me video. At least I'm going to attempt that today. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. I do all sorts of videos about motherhood, parenting, homeschooling, planning, crafting, kind of whatever pops in my head. And I have been sewing my own clothes for, I want to say it'll be 5 years this month. Wow, okay. I've been sewing my own clothes and it is probably one of my favorite things to do. Now, if you are not new here, you may notice that I am not in my typical location. This is not my office and this is not my house. I am actually traveling with my husband this week. He has a work trip and my in-laws are staying home with our boys and they're getting sort of an early spring break. And I love when I get to go to a hotel because I like to bring my sewing machine with me. I've done this many times and it's so fun to kind of carve out a new wardrobe while I'm here. I actually made this cardigan earlier today and I want like 10 more. And so today we're going to be sewing a favorite tee dress by Patterns for Pirates. A couple of years ago I did a fall capsule wardrobe. I think I made 9 pieces that all sort of fit together, and I had several favorite tees in there. Favorite tees, I probably have at least 10 or 12 or more of those that I've made. It's the perfect little swing dress. I wear it short sleeve sometimes, I have them long sleeved, but I love them. They're perfect in the winter with leggings to just kind of dress things up a little bit, and they're awesome in the summer with flip-flops and wear some little shorts underneath. So whenever I travel with my sewing machine, before I leave home, I cut out all of the patterns. So I don't have any cutting to do here, like cutting out of patterns. I cut out the pattern and then I put them each in one of these plastic bags and put a label on it that says what it is. And I bring my machine, my scissors, my seam ripper, some pins, some clips, everything that I need to construct this. And this is some fabric. It's some beautiful navy blue. Well, it's just dark blue, maybe not navy. But it is a double brush polyester that I got from Walmart. I believe this was also from Walmart, and they're pre-cuts. And I'm going to make a long sleeve favorite tee dress today. And I'm going to show you the construction step by step. A couple of things. If you are wondering, can I do this on a regular sewing machine? Do I need anything fancy? This, and I'll show you a shot of it in a minute. This is a Kenmore sewing machine that is older than I am, and I just turned 40. I think this machine may be pushing 50 years old. It is awesome. It does everything that I need it to. I do have a serger, but I do everything on this machine. And it works perfectly for me. So let me make sure I have all my stuff. I've got my little Wonder Clips. If you've never seen these before, they live up to their name. Wonder Clips. You will never poke yourself with a pin ever again, and it's beautiful. So let me lay this out here and show you how this is gonna come together. Okay, there are several different parts to this. We have, I'm going to try to get this on here. I don't think I'll be able to fit all of it on here. This right here is the back panel. It's actually folded in half. And we have the front panel right here. I'm just showing you the different pieces. This is the neckband right here, and we will do this absolute last. And then I have 2 sleeves. Sleeve number 1 and sleeve number 2. So I'm going to put the neckband and the sleeves off to the side here. And what I'm going to do right here is lay the back panel, unfold it. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Okay, I'm going to lay this out. Let me see if I can get a better view here. This is the first time I'm doing this, so bear with me. So I'm going to lay the back here, right side up. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. And where did I put that? here's the front panel. I'm gonna lay this on top, right sides together. And if you could see, this is the front. You can see the scoop neck here. I believe this pattern also comes with a V-neck option. I've done it one time and I just prefer the scoop neck. So I'm putting the very top, like the shoulder seam, right here and right here. I want to get these just right. And I'm going to use my little Wonder Clips and I'm going to pin them. Not pin them, clip them. I did bring pins with me in case I needed them. Because there are occasions where I use pins in different patterns. So here we go. I'm just gonna sew these shoulder seams together. You're gonna be shocked at how fast and easy this comes together. Now, if you are sewing on knits for the very first time, you need to use some sort of stretch stitch. And when I sew mine, I will show you what my stitch looks like. I don't really know what it's called. All right, this is what my stitch looks like. It's kind of like 2 regular stitches and then like an upside down V. And then 2 regular stitches and upside down V. Okay? So now, as you can see, I've got the front facing the back. Now what I'm gonna do is add the sleeves. This is so fast. I mean, I can't even believe how fast this is. And like, this is what it's going to look like, basically like this, okay? But I'm gonna flip it sideways. So like here is, let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Here is the neck opening right here. Now what I'm gonna do, look at this right here. Oh, this is super awkward. Thank you for your patience. You're a beautiful audience. There we go. That's actually perfect. Yes. Okay. So this right here is the sleeve. What I'm gonna do is take one of my sleeves and when it's opened up, it looks like this. It's straight on that end and it's curved up here. So what I'm gonna actually do, if you can see at the very tip of my sleeve, there is a point. I'm gonna match that with the seam that I just sewed right there. And I'm gonna make right sides together always when you are constructing this. And it's gonna overlap it just a tad. Okay? So now what I've gotta do is match, well, I'm gonna pin this first. Clip it. Okay? And I've got to match this edge with this edge over here. So I'm going to go ahead and clip that. And I've got to do it on the other side too. And clip it. Okay. So now I'm just gonna attach that and I'll be right back and you'll see what it looks like. Okay, now you can see, let me back it up. Okay, now you can see my sleeve has been attached. Here's the neck hole, and here's the sleeve. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. Find that neck hole, and then this is where the sleeves are. This was one of our first shoulder seams right here. And then right here, we're gonna attach the other sleeve. Remember, we're gonna go kind of backwards here, find that little point, and line that up with this shoulder seam. And we're gonna clip it. Patterns for Pirates is an excellent pattern company. They're PDF patterns, and I love using them. They probably, I would have to say that Patterns for Pirates and Made for Mermaids have the best photo by photo tutorials. So if this does not work for you, if this video does not work for you, their photo tutorials are fan-freaking-tastic. They are so good. And I've used a lot of PDF pattern companies, and sometimes the pattern is so good and it's so cute and it's so well done and it's so well executed, but the photo tutorial is just terrible. And I'm like, do better. Okay. So here we go. As you can see, this wrong side right here, when we sew it and flip it, it's gonna be the other sleeve. So you got a sleeve here, sleeve here. So let me sew those and I will be right back. Okay, so here I've attached both of the sleeves and I turned it right side out so that you could kind of see how it's supposed to look. Here's a step that you don't have to do at this point, but I always do. I like to go ahead and hem my sleeves before I sew the side seams together, and I'll show you that here in a second. But really all there is to hemming is taking whatever amount, I don't know, I don't really have a hard and fast rule. I just kind of, let me see. Let me get my little meter here. Okay, that's about 3/4 inch, half an inch, 3/4 inch hem. And I'll get that straight. But then depending on the fabric, I will iron this double brush poly, because I feel comfortable doing that. But I'm gonna iron it and then I'm gonna clip it, and all I'm gonna do is use a regular zigzag stitch. I'm just gonna sew all the way down there. So easy peasy. As you can see, this is coming together so quickly. There's just one, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess just 9 stitches that you do. So super easy to have a brand new dress. So I'm gonna go ahead and hem the sleeves and I'll be right back. All right, as you can see here, I just decided to show you this because it's easy just to grab this. But I've turned this under a little bit and I've got my iron, and it's not very hot, but I'm just gonna iron this down. You can use hem tape as well. If you want to use hem tape, that's fine. And then I get my clips. There I go. I'm going to do the same thing for the other sleeve. And then I'm just going to do a simple zigzag stitch right here. Okay, I have hemmed the sleeves. Super simple, and this is just giving you an idea of what it's gonna look like. We are almost there. So what we're actually gonna do now is sew up this seam right here. That's gonna go, it's gonna go all the way up the armpit and all the way down to the very bottom of the dress, but we have to do right sides together. So I'm actually gonna turn this thing completely inside out. Finding that neck hole again. And here is one of our sleeves. And I'm going to close it up so that it's right sides together. And I'm going to clip it all the way here to the armpit and then all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna get some pins and I'm gonna, some clips. I always say pin it even though I clip it. And I'm gonna sew all the way here and all the way down and then do that on both sides. So I will be right back. I figure after I pin this and clip it, and before I sew, I just wanted to show you what it looks like when it's all clipped. See all the clips here and down here. I'm just gonna sew here and do the same thing on this side. Okay, now I've done that, and we just have where is the camera? One more thing to do, and that is the neckband. And really all this is this long strip here. Let me back you up a little bit. Whoops. It's this long strip like this, okay? The stretch is going this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, it's about 20, I think it's about 23 and a half, and I'm gonna fold it in half like this. And I'm gonna put these two short ends together and sew them together. So I'm just gonna have like a loop. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie to you, the neckband is probably the most nerve-wracking part of this whole thing. As you see, I've got just this circle right here. I'm gonna fold it in half, if you can see. I'm just gonna start by clipping it here at that seam where I just sewed. I'm gonna kind of fold it in half so that you can see we're putting the wrong sides together. So now it looks like this. I'm actually gonna go over to the iron and press it real quick. Okay, this next step takes a little time, but it is the most important thing, okay? I've got this here, and I'm gonna actually mark this off in 4 points. So I've got 1 point here, you see the clip? I'm gonna put a clip exactly on this side. So it's gonna be exactly halfway around the loop. Just gonna put a pin there, or a clip. So now I have a clip here and a clip here. Now I'm gonna fold this in half and get 2 more. Basically, it's quarter points on this band. Ugh, why is it being difficult now? So I just put a 3rd clip in, and now I'm gonna put a 4th one in. Okay, so as you can see, I have 4 clips, boom, boom, and then here on the top of the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing to the opening, the neck opening. Okay, now I have our neck opening. And I'm also gonna put 4 clips here. This is directly in the very middle of the back. I'm gonna put one directly in the middle of the front. And then I'm gonna pick it up and figure out what the other 2 points are. So I've gotta match these together. And I can find the 3rd point is here. And the 4th point is here. And this is a little time consuming, but this is the best way to get it perfect. So now you're basically going to match up the 4 clips on the neckband with the 4 clips on the neck opening here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, now you can see that I have these. The raw edges need to all be together. The raw edges of the neckband need to be aligned with the raw edges of the neck opening. And if you pin this, you realize that the neckband is a teensy bit smaller than the opening. That's what you want, and that's good. So when you are sewing, you're actually going to have to stretch the neckband, not the fabric for the neck opening, but the neckband just a teeny bit. And honestly, this is just something that takes practice. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, it's all done. As you can see, I had there are a few like wrinkles right here where maybe I pulled the fabric more, you know, I might go through there. Just a little tip, I only pinned 4 times or clipped 4 times. If you need to clip more, clip more. You use as many clips or pins as your heart desires to get it right. This is also just a tip. I've been doing this for 5 years. 5 years, is that what I said? Yes. And I still sew on the neckband with a zigzag stitch, a simple zigzag stitch. Couple reasons. One, it's not a seam that's going to be really pulled on. It's not like leggings or something. But also it's really easy to undo if you need to rip the seam out. So let me go ahead and put this on for you. Okay, so here we are. I'm in a hotel, so not any great angles or lighting, but you get the idea of a fit. It's just a simple swing dress. I don't know if you noticed, I didn't hem it. This is a curved hem, and I didn't bother hemming it. I like to leave these raw, actually. And yeah, I've got leggings on with it because it's freezing cold, but yeah. And the neckband looks pretty good, and it's buttery soft. So very, very pleased with it. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video today. I hope that it was helpful. This is not easy to sew and talk and explain. I'm not that good at it, which is one of the reasons why I'm so glad that Patterns for Pirates has such fabulous photo tutorials. So I will link them below. Be sure to go and check them out. And I hope this was helpful for you, that you enjoyed it. I'm just kind of messy today, but I do that when I sew. I don't really get all prettied up. I make myself a whole new wardrobe, and then I go try things on, and it is so much fun. This is a great confidence booster if you're wanting to learn a new skill that really works your brain in a different way. I highly recommend learning how to sew, whether it's your own clothes or other things for around the house, whatever. It's good for your brain. I feel like my brain is really working hard, but it's still relaxing at the same time, if that makes sense. If you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and of course give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.